Let's take a few moments to look at der words. Now, der words in German are simply dies and welch. They're called der words because their pattern of declination is based on that of definite articles. So I'm going to briefly review definite articles in this presentation before moving over to a discussion of der words and finally how they are used in a German sentence. If you think you need more review on definite articles, take a look at the presentation Definite Articles in the Nominative and Accusative Cases. So let's take a look at definite articles. You'll recall that in German the definite articles are der, die, das, and die in the nominative case. In the accusative case, the definite articles are den, die, das, die. So we can choose the appropriate definite article based on our knowledge of whether the noun that the definite article modifies is masculine, feminine, neuter, or plural, and whether this noun is in a nominative or accusative environment. Now, this pattern of definite article declination can sort of be summarized by what I called a Oklahoma box. Everything inside the Oklahoma box stays the same. A feminine article in the nominative case that's modified by the definite article die. Well, in the accusative case, this definite article stays the same. Die remains die. The only thing that we really have to look out for is the masculine noun. The definite article that modifies a masculine noun in the nominative case, der, changes to den in an accusative environment. This same pattern, this Oklahoma box, we'll find this same pattern when we take a closer look at der words in a few seconds. So, but what's a der word? So a der word, dies, simply means this in German. Now you'll notice that I don't have an ending on there. I have dies with a apostrophe, or not an apostrophe, a dash. That's because I need to know a little bit more about the noun that this der word modifies. Is it a masculine, feminine, neuter, or plural noun? Is it in the nominative or accusative case? So once I get more information, I'll be able to tack on the appropriate ending. So what are the endings? They're an awful lot like the endings we've already seen in our discussion of definite articles. And again, the Oklahoma box is a pattern that we could apply to this the pattern of declination for der words. Now, based on whether the noun that the der word modifies, if this noun is masculine, feminine, neuter, or plural, or if this noun is located in a nominative or accusative environment, I could tack on the appropriate ending. Now, welch is the other der word. Welch simply means which. Now you notice also here that I have the root, the stem of the der word, welch, but I don't have an ending. That's because I need to know more about the noun that this der word modifies. Now we'll also see that welch is an interrogative. Which? It asks a question. And you'll also recall that from prior discussions that every time we ask a question in German, we may have to change the order of word order to syntax in the German sentence. And this is something that we'll see again when we use welch. Now, again, the same pattern applies, the same Oklahoma pattern, based on the fact, and this applies for dies as well, based on the fact, or based on whether the noun that welch modifies, if it's masculine, feminine, neuter, or plural, and whether this noun is nominative or accusative. In the nominative or accusative environment, I will apply the endings you see on your screen to the root. So let's take a closer look at using dies and welch in a German sentence. Let's start off with welch first, since I'm asking a question and I could respond with dies. Welche Lampe ist schön? Which lamp is beautiful? Now, let's take a look at that sentence. I know that Lampe is feminine. Now, I also know, so Lampe is feminine. I know that its definite article is die Lampe.